Hello, my name's Amy Jenkins. I'm a principal in the dispute resolution team here at Russell Kennedy and the head of the family law team. Divorce in Australia is a concept that's totally separate to a property division, which is one of the myths that still floats around if you do a Google search. So a property division and a divorce are two separate things. A divorce is the legal dissolution of a marriage which allows parties to remarry and also is a formal and legal ending to that relationship. A divorce is something that can be applied for 12 months after a period of separation has elapsed, so it's not the first thing that you tackle, which again is another myth. Parties can apply for a divorce 12 months after the separation of the relationship has occurred. The date of separation is sometimes in hot contest between parties, but usually is the date upon which one party has communicated to the other that they consider that the relationship is over. One of the myths surrounding divorce is that both parties have to agree to the date upon separation occurring. However, that's not the case. Divorce applications vary. They're actually one of the simplest applications that occur in the family law space in most circumstances where there aren't questions about where parties are living and whether Australia is the right place to make a divorce application. In saying that, the length of time that it takes to make a divorce application can be quite lengthy because of court delays. Sometimes after you file an application, it can take up to 3 or 4 months for that application to be heard. After the application has been heard, there's a period of 4 weeks between the date that the application is made and the date that it becomes what we call final and binding. So when you go and talk to your lawyer about obtaining a divorce, keep in mind that it's not something that will happen instantaneously. There are a number of steps involved in obtaining a divorce in Australia. The first is that you have to complete what's known as an application for divorce form, which provides the court with some information about the relationship itself, the children that you may have and the details for them, if that's applicable. If the parties have separated within 2 years of their marriage, there is an obligation on the parties to obtain counselling services, unless there's a specific reason why that's not appropriate, such as there being domestic violence within the relationship. Once the form has been completed and counselling has occurred, if that's applicable, then that form is filed within the Federal Circuit Court in either the Melbourne or the Sydney Registry. And once the application has been filed, it will be given a date, and then the application is served on the other party. When the court date arrives, you and your solicitor will attend, usually, unless you've been excused from attending, and unless there's any complicating factors, the divorce order is ordinarily made on that day. Once the divorce order is made, it takes 4 weeks for that order to become final and binding. And once that order becomes final and binding, you can then go off and remarry. For further information, please contact either myself or any of the members of the family law team.